Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to awaken people to save humanity.
I won't waste one more minute of my life. I won't waste one more minute of my life.
Thank you, Lainey, Jonathan, Matt, and Jeannie. Thank you so much. And can I tell you that for the last 20 years, there have been moments when that song has been my anthem. The reminder of the things that I've allowed to distract me, the rabbit holes I've allowed myself to go down, or actually the ways that I have intentionally distracted myself because I wasn't ready to claim all of my good. And that song has been an anthem for me. I mean, literally, there have been times in the last 25 years where I would play that song over and over, day after day after day after day, to remind myself what it is we're here for. And that line, I have so much more to be grateful for than to be sorry for. To really, really recognize the abundance and the joy and the life that we are already living, and celebrating that, and paying attention to it, and diving into it with both hands and feet and heart and everything, instead of frittering it away because we're too busy being on Facebook, binging on Netflix, all of those things that we like to do to distract ourselves. The challenge, of course, when we distract ourselves and we're not engaged in our life in a big way, we cannot play it big, and we can't live it up. So that's what we're here to talk about all month. Play it big, live it up. How are we playing, both individually and collectively in our lives? Are we going for the juice? Squeezing it with both hands, opening ourselves up to the flow of life? And are we paying attention to the way that we are already lifted and supported? So we're going to start out with with something that we did. We did this with the staff a few weeks ago as we were thinking about our theme for 2018 and what 2018 was about. Last night we had our Generous Givers event. These are the people who give significantly financially to our community or who are tithing to our community. And we have an opportunity to come together, celebrate our dreams and plans. You'll hear about that at the community lunch, what all of that is. And we have an opportunity to, they've already committed. They've already signed their pledge cards because this is the question that we asked last night. And I'm going to invite you to think about it as well. Every person who walked in, you should have gotten a little card like this. So I'd like for you to get this little card out. This little card that you should have gotten. All right, and if you need a card, you can raise your hand. If you need a pen, you can raise your hand as well. The greeters will come around with pens. It'd be great if you have one. You can dig it out. And so, yeah, because the building of foundation and infrastructure is over at CSLDallas, we have created an extraordinary place and opportunity and people, and we are ready to blow the roof off of this place and to be a light in the world. I think we are no longer willing to waste any time on anything less than what we came here to be. So in support of that, we have these two questions. So I'm going to ask these questions, and I want you to answer them in 10 words or less. This is not a big story, 10 words or less. The first one is on your Play Big, Live It Up side. What is the most compelling thing about Science of Mind? Or another way of asking the question, what specifically about our teaching has had the most impact on your life? 10 words or less. Please write it on your card. What do you think is the most compelling thing about science of mind? What specifically about our teaching has had the most impact on your life? And as you have finished writing your 5 or 10 words, then I invite you to turn the card over. Same parameter, 5 to 10 words. What does the world need from the teachings of science of mind? Or another way of framing the question, what is the most compelling thing CSLDallas has to offer the world? Because I know what you know that is. Write it down on your card. So we'd like to invite 5 people to share something that you wrote down on your card on one side or the other. Karen has a microphone. She's going to come and bring you the microphone. So right over here, we're going to start right over here. So as you share, please say your name. Tell us the question you're answering and what you wrote on your card.
My name is Heidi King. I'm answering what is the most compelling thing about science of mind, what specifically about our teachings has the most impact on your life. The fact that all my thoughts and actions are my responsibility, and I can co-create my life, good or bad, through my actions and thoughts.
Beautiful. Thank you, Heidi. Yay, yeah, you can applaud that, absolutely. All right. Sorry. Okay, you've got one right behind you, and then we'll look for more hands.
Oh, nice blazer, by the way, Reverend Karen. I'm just saying. I will have to say, just like the song that I was able to sing this morning, there's no pie in the sky theology here. Heaven right here on earth, and you live in paradise.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you, Brian. Yay. And so Jean has handed me her card. And so I'm going to answer for her what is the most compelling thing CSLDallas has to offer the world? Love. Beautiful. Thank you. And we're going to collect them, so I'm going to have you hold that for just one more minute. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Over here, and then we're going to need a couple hands over here.
What does the world need from the teachings of science of mind? The teaching that we all part of the I am.
Beautiful. Thanks, Damaris. Thank you so much. All right, couple more hands over here. Who's going to share something? All right, I see one in the middle in the back. Oh, and then there. Say your name.
My name is Kathy Simons. What does the world need from the teachings of science of mind, and what is the most compelling thing CSLDallas has to offer the world? The impact of revealing and releasing our hidden limiting beliefs.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thanks, Kathy. And there was a hand right over here, somewhere in the middle. Last comment.
It said, what is, my name's Crystal, by the way. Hi, everybody. What is the most compelling thing that CSLDallas has to offer the world? And I said universal truths, love, radical thought, inclusion, safe spaces, and openness.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Wonderful. All right. So what we're going to invite you to do now is we're going to invite you to pass those cards into these middle aisles. And so the greeters are going to come along the end and pick them up. we've been collecting information now for the last 6 months. As you know, we had our 3 to 5 year member meeting. We had a survey that we put out to people that have been around for a while. We're collecting information here on our Sunday mornings to really ask ourselves the question, are we dreaming big enough? What is our dream? What is the point? What are we doing? And when you listen to these answers and you think about what you yourself have written down, what if everybody could have that? What if everybody could have what you wrote down? What if we had that experience all over the planet? What if we imagine CSLDallas teaching the science of mind to everyone who is looking for what you have already learned and applied in your own life? What if we imagined that everyone experiences health, wealth, joy, and a fulfilled life? Not just the people in this room, not just the people who are part of CSLDallas, not just the people who are part of New Thought, not just the people who are spiritual or who are in some other way like us, but everybody. What if we imagined that? And you see, that is our dream. That is the dream here of CSLDallas. That we have that to offer and that the world is hungry for it. And so the question is, what is your dream? Are you dreaming big enough? Are you dreaming big enough in your own life to experience the good life, the happy, healthy, wealthy, joy-filled, success-filled, meaningful life experience? Do you see, one of the things that I've learned is this, I've learned the truth of this classic statement: pain pushes until vision pulls. Pain pushes until vision pulls. Now, so what that means is that primarily and often we are motivated by what isn't working and what needs to be fixed in our lives because, quite frankly, we're geared for survival, right? If you think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that first bottom row, the biggest row in that pyramid is all about survival. Enough food, enough shelter, enough money, enough of the things to, well, basically to survive. And maybe the next level is a little bit more about, you got some friends, you got some family, you're hanging out with people, but it's just barely one rung up from basic survival. And so when those things aren't working, what do? We're pushed to fix it. But all that gets us is enough to get by. That's all that gets us. When we are motivated to survive, that's what we get: survival. When we focus on thriving, when we focus on this bigger life that we choose to experience and from which we can contribute, do you see, when we focus on thriving, we get a bigger idea about our lives. This is the vision of something that is more than we're currently experiencing. Whether it's going back to school for something we've always wanted to do, creating a business with a product we think really matters, or raising a healthy child, or discovering the world and stretching our minds, or whatever that thing is. Do you see, that becomes the vision that now pulls us. And it creates a whole new direction for us to co-create with the universal power and the spiritual laws. Everything that you have shared in here and that you wrote down on those cards about what Science of Mind and CSLDallas has helped you create in your own lives, that is our vision of what we can bring to the world, to as many people as we possibly can. So I've always been a little challenged. What do we have in Science of Mind? What do we have at CSLDallas that is similar to the Christian Great Commission? The Christian Great Commission to save souls for Christ. We have neither a stick to create guilt, nor do we have a carrot that in some future time you will be saved. What we have is a profound understanding of spiritual truth. And as you have heard, and as you yourself have experienced, what an extraordinary opportunity that is. So I believe our Great Commission is to go, teach, heal, and bring other people to themselves. Our Great Commission isn't to save souls for Christ so they can get to heaven. Our Great Commission is to awaken people to their greatest selves, their best selves, so that we can co-create heaven right here on earth. Thank you. In other words, our vision, our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to awaken people to save humanity. That's our dream. This is the biggest dream we have. To awaken people in our own community, in Dallas, at our workplace, in our families, across North America, around the globe. To awaken people to the power within, believing that as we do this, we are co-creating joy-filled lives for ourselves and a world that works for everyone. How big are you dreaming? Are you still allowing yourself to be pushed by pain? Let us collectively no longer be pushed by the pain in our own lives, the pain that we see in our culture, this pain that we see in other people's lives. Let us not be pushed by that and seek to fix it, to manipulate it in some way. Let us hold a bigger vision, dream as big as we possibly can in our own lives and for each and every life that we touch. You see, that is our dream, a beacon of light, a hub right here in the heart of Dallas, where humanity is awakened. We invite you to dream that dream with us. Let us pray. So just inviting ourselves to go within, we feel as our lives are touched by a larger vision, we're touched by the infinite power and presence. For it is simply Spirit seeking to express itself in, through, and as creation, in, through, and as us. And so we relax into that vision which pulls. And we imagine that very life that we ourselves have caught a glimpse of or are already experiencing. Let us imagine that. Affirm it, declare it, claim it for this community, for North America, South America, Central America, for Europe and Asia, Australia, for Antarctic, for the whole planet and every life on it. Together we dream big because we are co-creating with that infinite power and presence. And as we accept that this is the case, we affirm it, we claim it, we declare it, we say it is so by saying together, and so it is.